Hi everyone, welcome to the channel Math for me and you. Let's learn maths together. Hello, it's me Sindhu Suresh. We are discussing in this video exercise 3.3 questions 1 and 2 from the chapter Coordinate Geometry. In which quadrant or on which axis do each of these points -2, 4, 3, -1, -1, 0, 1, 2 and -3, -5 lie? Verify your answer by locating these points on the Cartesian plane. Here we could see the x-axis and y-axis. The meeting point of x-axis and y-axis is known as origin. Also we can see with equal distances we have marked numbers on the x-axis as well as on the y-axis. Now we are getting 4 parts. They are known as quadrant. This is the first quadrant and a second, then third and fourth. We have to name in this way. In the first quadrant, we can see all the numbers on the x-axis and y-axis are positive numbers. If we select any point on the first quadrant, it will be of the form positive, positive. That means with a positive x number and a positive y number. In the second quadrant, x values are negative. So here we are getting negative x values with the positive y values. Any point on the second quadrant will be of the form negative, positive. In the third quadrant, if we select any point, it will be of the form negative, negative because all the x values here are negative and y values also negative. In the fourth quadrant, we are getting a point of the form positive, negative because here the positive x values with negative y values. If this idea is clear, then we can easily write down the quadrant of any point which we get. And in question number 1, we have a set of points and we have to write down their corresponding quadrants. So let's start. The first given point is -2, 4. That means negative x number with a positive y number. Negative, positive. So it belongs to second quadrant. One more thing we have to do. Locate the point on the Cartesian plane. What is the meaning? We have to show this point on this plane. First, x number we can mark, that is -2. Then on the y-axis we can mark the y number, that is 4. Draw perpendiculars from -2 and 4. We can see these two perpendiculars meet at a point. This is the point -2, 4 which belongs to second quadrant. So what we have written about this point is correct. The point belongs to second quadrant. Second point in the question is 3, -1. Positive x value and negative y value. Positive, negative. So we can see it belongs to the fourth quadrant. We can write the quadrant is fourth quadrant. What next? We have to locate this point on the Cartesian plane and check whether this belongs to the fourth quadrant or not. We can see here the point is 3, -1. That means x number is 3. Mark 3 on the x-axis. -1 is the y value that we mark on the y-axis. Draw perpendiculars from 3 and -1. Look at their meeting point. We can see the meeting point is on the fourth quadrant and the point is 3, -1. Next point is -1, 0. This is of the form x0. We have studied that a point on the x-axis is of the form x0. So this is a point on the x-axis. Next we have to locate this point on the Cartesian plane. So first we will mark -1 on the x-axis and y number is 0. The perpendicular from 0 we can see touches at -1. That means -1, 0 is here. This is the point -1, 0. It is a point on the x-axis. In our question, the next given point is 1, 2. Positive x number and positive y number. Positive, positive. So the point belongs to the first quadrant. Next we are going to locate this point on the Cartesian plane. So on the x-axis we will mark 1. Draw perpendicular from 1 and y number is 2. Draw perpendicular from 2. Look at the meeting point. It belongs to the first quadrant. So 1, 2 is a point on the first quadrant. Next point is -3, -5. Negative x number, negative y number. That means it is a point on the third quadrant. Next we have to locate this point and make sure whether this is a point on the third quadrant or not. For that, on the x-axis we will mark -3. Next, -5 we will mark on the y-axis. Draw perpendiculars from -3 and -5. Look at their meeting point. It's clear that the meeting point is on the third quadrant. So -3, -5 is a point on the third quadrant. So if we understand the specialities of points on each quadrant, without locating a point we could write which quadrant that point belongs to. Question 2 is, plot the points xy given in the following table on the plane, choosing suitable units of distance on the axis. That means we can see here the points given as a table with x numbers and y numbers. We have to plot them on the coordinate plane. Draw the two axes, x-axis and y-axis, and mark numbers with equal distances on both these axes. Now we can see the meeting point origin. Positive x numbers on the right side of x-axis, negative numbers on the left side of x-axis, and on the y-axis above all are positive numbers with same equal distances and below are negative numbers. How can we plot the points on the plane? Point means it is x number and y number. The first point is -2, 8. So we have to take x number as -2, y number as 8. On the x-axis mark -2 and on the y-axis mark 8. Then draw the perpendicular from -2 and from 8. Look at the point where these two perpendiculars meet. This is the point -2, 8. So we can mark this point as -2, 8. Now look at the table. What is the next point? Next point is -1, 7. That means on the x-axis we have to mark -1 and then 7 on the y-axis. Draw perpendiculars from -1 and from 7. Look at the meeting point. Mark the meeting point as -1, 7. So we are getting the point -1, 7 here. Next we are going to mark the point 0, -1.25. This is of the form 0y. A point of the form 0y means it's a point on the y-axis. So this point is a point on the y-axis. Same like the other points, first we will mark the x number, that is 0. How to mark the y number -1.25? First we will mark the middle point of -1 and -2, which is -1.5. Again mark the middle point of -1 and the new point -1.5, and this will be -1.25. So what we are getting now is the point 0, -1.25. And we can see that this point on the y-axis. Next we are going to mark the point 1, 3. X number is 1 and y number is 3. So we have studied how to mark the point. First mark 1 on the x-axis, then 3 on the y-axis. Draw perpendiculars from 1 and 3. Mark the meeting point. It will be the point 1, 3. So we can see the point 1, 3. Last point is 3, -1. That means the x number is 3 and y number is -1. So what to do? Select 3 on the x-axis, -1 on the y-axis. Draw perpendiculars from 3 and -1. Mark the meeting point and the point will be 3, -1. So we can see the point 3, -1. Hope this video helps you in identifying the quadrant of a point and how to plot a point on the Cartesian plane. If you like this video, please share and subscribe to my channel Math for me and you. See you with more useful videos. Thank you.